Almighty God has created different human beings in different ways, in different colors, in different languages, in different atmospheres. And depending upon the atmosphere they have been provided by Almighty God and the facility they have been given, they will be judged accordingly. Hope that answers the question.
This is regarding the many books which were written against Islam, which led to the belief that a lot of people worldwide that our religion was wrong, the Quran was wrong, and our prophets were wrong. Among these people who believed in it, there were a lot of Christians who believe in the Bible too. And the Bible and the Quran have nearly the same prophets. We have Jesus Christ too, we have Moses too. So why today is the term terrorist used only in respect to Muslims?
This is a good question, that when Quran and Bible there are so many similarities, so why is this word specifically used in terms with Muslims? As I told my talk sister, this word fundamentalism initially was coined to describe a group of Christians in America in the early part of the 20th century when they objected to the church. So this word was coined for the Christians initially. The first time it was used in English language. It was coined to describe the Christians. But today, as I told you, they have turned the tables over. So now they use it more to describe Muslims. Why it is the case? Regarding similarities, I've given the talk sister similarities between Islam and Christianity, where I've described that there are various similarities between Islam and Christianity in the Quran and the Bible. So at least we, as human beings, let us agree to follow these similarities. The differences we can talk later. But the reason that they are doing this, as I told you, because Islam today is the fastest growing religion in the world, the people may be fearing that if Islam grows, maybe what they call as pleasure, they may have to give it up.
Good evening, sir. My name is Vasudha Tyagarajan. I'm a law student, actually. Firstly, I would like to thank you for giving us such an informative talk on terrorism and Islam. My question is, what do you think is the reason for the sudden increase in the number of terrorist organizations which are basically Islamic and they fight in the name of Islam? And since you say that Islam is giving the guidelines is that women, children, elderly people shouldn't be injured or killed, but there have been various bomb blasts and killings of women and children. What do you think is the reason for that? Thank you.
The sisters asked a very relevant question, that what is the reason that there's increase in terrorist organization among the Muslims and so many bomb blasts, and especially when Islam says you should not kill children, etc. What is the reason? And that's a very good question. Personally, tell you again that personally I haven't met and interviewed any so-called 100% hardcore terrorist. I haven't met. But I can give the reasons, the logical answers why such thing may be happening. Number one, some people may really be terrorizing the innocent people. Some Muslims may be on the wrong track. They may not be following the guidance of the Quran. Like you have black sheep in every community. One of the number one terrorists of human history, who it is? It is Hitler. He has incinerated 6 million Jews. So can I blame Christianity for that? Hitler was a Christian. So I can't say because Hitler incinerated 6 million Jews, therefore Christianity says that you have to. He alone, if you add up all the terrorist organizations put together, I doubt whether they'll reach 6 million. One individual alone. Again, Mussolini. Mussolini is a Christian. So just because Mussolini killed thousands of innocent people, that does not mean I can blame Christianity for that. So there may be certain black sheep in the community. Black sheep may be calling themselves Muslims and may be in the wrong, maybe. Point number two. It can be that there are people who are harassed. Like you asked me that today there is no Indian fighting for the freedom of the country. Do you find any Indian fighting for the freedom of the country? No. But 100 years back, you had several. So if you ask me, Brother Zakir, why did 100 years back there were many Indians fighting for the freedom? Because the British government ruled India. That's the reason people are fighting for their freedom. Today the British government has gone back, so no one is fighting for the freedom. So maybe these Muslims may actually be harassed. They may be being harassed. And you find this in several parts of the world, in Palestine, etc., that you find that maybe if you go to the history, if you go back to the history and you find that they have really been harassed, and if no one is coming out to help them, they are resorting to whatever means they have. Like the example which is given in the Bible, David and Goliath. The stone was sufficient. So who's to blame? We are to blame. We are to blame that we aren't going to the root cause of the problem. If there's a terrorist organization, we have to go and really find out what is the reason that they have resorted to terrorism. The only way we can solve this problem. Just by killing them, these terrorists, it will not solve the problem. If you kill one, there will be 10 emerging. What we have to do, we have to go and find out what is the reason. Why are you resorting to this method? We have to go back to the root cause. It is like giving the example of Palestine. When Hitler incinerated 6 million Jews, the Jews were kicked out from Germany. And the Palestinians, they said, Ahlan wa sahlan.